Guys, Bruno Fernandes playing number 8 is not working, yes. But listen, I've scrutinized this whole Man United player situation, Amorim's situation, immense pressure, guys being cornered into resigning, so not him. Guys, let's talk about these players. Are they good enough? And we are going to assess them in comparison with players they should be competing with, because if you're a Man United player, you should be compared with Real Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, those levels of clubs. Are we good enough? You are good enough to start earning online. It doesn't matter your education, your age, your race, your color, where you are. You can earn online so easily. Come and understand how the internet pays. I'm waiting for you on the number down there. 39k is what you pay and enjoy football, including our stressful Man United on DSTV. Let's get it now, guys. So quite a number of things are going on with Man United ahead of the game against Sunderland. There seems to be a conviction that Amorim has had it and he has given up. He's run out of gas and he might even resign and leave. You know, he's a guy full of himself and quite confident in his ways and him as a person. You know, he has got such a strong personality I like, by the way. But I don't think I defy a lot from him in my ways, really. But yeah, I I think whereas yes, Amorim has his weaknesses that I expected. No one is perfect, but even as a manager, you didn't expect Amorim to be, from Sporting Lisbon to just be walking the park with Man United. It's a whole different elephant for him. But the players at Man United, guys, we've for a long time encouraged mediocrity. These players are not good enough. And we are going to compare them with current active players in the other clubs we are trying to compete with for the titles. Bruno Fernandes, who should be and clearly is Man United's best player until now, is not good enough. Why? If at that level the best player in Man United cannot execute in a different position, when we are seeing Liverpool's Dominic Sloboslai playing as a right back, Sloboslai's natural position is a 10, like Bruno. But that guy has played right back when Frimpong wasn't there. He did not put a foot wrong. Even in the last game against Galatasaray, the penalty he gave away, he was not playing. He just was, I think, covering. But he wasn't playing right back. He was just in that position. But he didn't put a foot wrong. They won all the games he played there. He was so comfortable. He's a 10. Declan Rice, I can ask you his natural position and you would take time to think. Because Rice can play proper as a 6, an 8, even as a 10. Jude Bellingham, same thing. I can go on and on with Vitinha, players like Vitinha. This boy who he plays with, the Portuguese, Neves, Joao Neves. Phil Jones, let's go back to Man United in the history of Man United. John O'Shea, Phil Jones, all these players, they would be called upon to play in different positions, the Fletchers. And these are players we saw as average. But they would be called upon to play in different positions and they would execute because they are good players. They are good enough. I can go on and on and on with players who have played out of position. Philip Lam. And these are the world-class players we talk about who should be playing in Man United. Look at Eze. Look at Martinelli. Yes, these are the clubs we're trying to compete with. But Man United's best player, we are up to now blaming the coach and saying the coach is bad because he's playing Bruno a 10 as an 8. This even a slight adjustment because a 10 is a more advanced creative than an 8. An 8 is a deeper creative player. They are both creative players. So you just need to add now defensive discipline to your creativity. It should be an easy adjustment for Bruno from 10 to 8. If I'm a coach and I'm Amorim, I can think about that. I'm thinking if this is a world-class player, he should be able to easily adapt and adjust. Either Amorim is teaching him and perhaps Bruno needs to learn, but he's taking time. So meaning he's not good enough because Rice or Szoboszlai keeps McAllister, all Man United midfielders keep switching positions. One is a 10 in this game, the other day is Gravenberch, the other day is Szoboszlai, the other is 8 McAllister. That's what Ancelotti does with these players. Do you watch Liverpool games? Today McAllister is a 10, the other day is the 8, the other day this one is the 6, Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. They are performing in different positions easily and comfortably because they are good players fit to be in a big club like Liverpool. a big club like Chelsea. So you cannot now put it on Amorim that Bruno cannot execute as an 8. Why is that Man United? Why is he there? Meaning he wasn't that. So that's why the problem wasn't Amorim, it was the scouting that was convinced. But you people are praising Bruno because, yes, he has the goals, 100 goals in 200 games. I've said it consistently here that, yes, we like Bruno because he has been the one-eyed among the blind for a long time. And, yes, credit to him. But Bruno is not all that. There is better out there. But you people are still stuck and you want to protect this Bruno and lose a young manager who is, yes, doing mistakes, but he has time to learn. Yeah, by the way, I'm going to go down with Amorim. Not because I think he's perfect, because I don't think we've tried. I liked Louis van Gaal. For me, post-Fag, I thought this is the perfect guy for Man United. I just liked him. The football, my kind of football is that. I thought the guy failed. Mourinho failed. Guys, let's be honest and scrutinize the real issues. It is not coaches who win football matches. It's footballers. Coaches just need to psych them. These footballers have to be good enough. United has been having the wrong scouts for so long. So, I'll cut Ahmad a bit of slack because he's a young player. He's a developing player. He's not a finished article like Bruno should be. He's not a finished article. But I would also say he's not as good enough because if he cannot play well as a right wing back, but then when understand he's a young player who is just learning how to play in this system, but still he's at Man United. He should be quickly able to adapt to right wing back, which I think Ahmad fairly, to be fair to him, for me is fairly adapting, not perfect, but for me is okay. I would cut him a bit of slack. So that's my honest view of this whole Man United problem. Yes, Amorim might have his issues, but these players are not good enough. These players are mediocre. You've settled for. That's why you don't want anyone to talk about Bruno. I know there are people who are here who are going to quickly bump with their feelings into comments. Hey, Bruno is the one who scores goals. Bruno, what have Mbeumo and Cunha done? It is Bruno. Yeah, you keep being blinded. But a player who cannot be tweaked into another position and still execute, he just has to play as a 10. For me, is not good enough. Even I would play in my mediocre football. I would play as a left winger and a blocking midfielder on the left, or a left back. A few times as a left back, but I struggled there. But as a 6 and 11 orthodox, I would try. I know that good players can be able to, even as an 8, yet I was left-footed, pure left-footed. But even 8, I would try and balance. Even as a schema in our system, that should be like a 4, but a 4 as a midfielder. So, guys, for me,